What's up guys, hello and welcome to another vlog of the India Darshan Travel series. And as you can see, I'm staying in the middle of the mountains, and if you saw the last vlog, I basically came very close to Neelkanth Mahadev. That's the temple area, and I'm staying at a property, a luxurious cottage property right next to it. So we did a little bit of a trek over there to get here, and I'm finally all settled inside the property, and I'm going to give you a tour. So let's get started. So what you're seeing behind me is a row of 4 luxurious A-frame cottages. If you've seen my Portugal Madeira travel series, you would have remembered that up north, when I finished a multi-day trek, I reached a town where there were the A-frame houses. The only difference is those were thatched roofs. These are permanent roofs, but it's more or less the same concept, and this is more on the luxury side. So I'm going to give you a quick room tour inside as well of the property. And on premises, this was the watchtower that I was seeing while I was there by the Neelkanth Mahadev entrance in the public parking. So we're going to go check out this hangout spot slash watchtower. So as you can see, this does have a watchtower like appeal to it, but it's more like a hangout spot for, you know, community building and for travelers to hang out and get to know each other, or for digital nomads like myself to just come out here and enjoy the work with the, you know, view of the mountain. So there's some lighting arrangement here. There's also charging ports at different points in this area. There are cushions, and you just sit down on the floor and you work out of your laptop or your device here, or you could simply be reading a book with the view of the mountains in the valley like that. Now it's time to give you the cottage tour. So I'm guessing more or less they are the same, but I'm going to give you the tour of my cottage, the one that I'm staying at. So as soon as you enter, this is the entrance of the cottage. There's an outdoor hangout area, so you can have tea, coffee breaks here. There's a kettle inside, so you can make your own tea or coffee. There's a shoe rack here, so you remove your shoes and footwear outside. And this, you are inside your cottage, so you can happily close the door behind you. You still get the view of the valley outside. You can remove the blinds, or you can keep the window open, however you feel like it. The good thing about being in the mountains is the air is very fresh. If you check the AQI, it's more like in the early 30s, but the AQI in Delhi NCR was, for example, 250 plus, so you're gonna feel the difference in the air quality as well. And in terms of amenities, this is more or less your ground floor. So that's a big storage cabinet there. There's a large sofa, a center table. There's an Android TV with a Wi-Fi router right there. And you have, this is your tea coffee corner, so you can make your tea and coffee here, and you can enjoy outside with the view. I'm gonna wake up early in the morning tomorrow to try and see what the view is like, and maybe this is the right direction to also check out the sunset in the evening. It's just 3 p.m. right now, so we're gonna rest up a little bit and then see what the vibes are in the evening. But so as I was saying, this is the washroom area. So this is the shower, wash basin area, toilet, and there's a nice plant to keep you comfy. And this staircase is where all the magic happens. So far, if you've been looking at this, you might be wondering, where does one sleep? And the cool thing is, in the A-frame houses, there's space up top as well. So it's like a condo of sorts, or a penthouse kind of feel. So you go up and voila, there's your bed. So there, the bed comes with like a nice fan on top, so you can enjoy the nice cool breeze. And the cool thing for somebody like me who's a vlogger and digital nomad and needs lots of electronic devices is there's ample charging ports everywhere, so you can, charge your stuff over and over. So that's a really cool place. I'm really enjoying my stay here. I'm gonna check out how I sleep through the night later today. And the roof height is pretty good. I'm 6 feet tall with my hands extended. I think there's ample space up top, so you're not gonna bang your head on it. So you can have ample space. This is your first floor of the condo, and then that's your ground floor, so you can say hi to your friends and stuff. That's pretty nice. So I'm gonna chill here for a break a little bit, edit some of the previous vlogs, do a little bit of work, and then we continue the vlog further. Also, something I really like about the campus premises of this luxury cottage is that you have plantations, lots of colorful flowers along the way, and there's also organic farming going on here. I think these are cabbage plants, probably, not too sure. Have to wait to meet the owner, and then I can ask them and if I could help them out with some organic farming here. As you can see, like right next to the cottages over there, there's like more plants all along the way, so that's really cool. And there's the kitchen, and there's a power backup as well, so they've taken care of all the convenience for the people. And there's a small kind of path that you take to get to the cottages from the main entrance, and they have these kind of lamps all along. So I'll wait for it to get a little bit darker and see what's it like living here in the night hours. And when it's cloudy and the wind is cold, it's really amazing. It's like fresh breeze. But sometimes when the sun is out, it does get hot because you're on top of a mountain and there's no shade or any kind of tall building or something to shelter you. But that's nature. You don't get everything all the time. But yeah, I'm gonna go hang out in my kind of outdoor mini cafe table and edit a few vlogs and work a little bit. Or maybe I could go to that watchtower. I don't know what the owners call it, but I'm gonna call it a watchtower. You can keep watch over the valley from there. It's a really cool place.
Many minutes later.
So I was just hanging out with the owners and some of his friends. So as you can see, nighttime vibes are really cool in this place. Lots of lights. Check out the cinematics of the night vibes of this place. Really love the nighttime vibes out here. So the owner was a little bit busy today, so I didn't get a chance to have him on the vlog, but they promised to be on the vlog at some point. So in one of the coming vlogs you're gonna see them. But for now, it's almost 11 p.m. I'm gonna head to bed and try and wake up in the morning and check out the early morning views. So see you in the morning.
The next day.
A very good morning from the mountains. Time to enjoy some morning coffee before we head out to explore the neighborhood. Alright, all geared up, batteries all charged. I'm also charged. Now it's 11 a.m. Been a little bit lazy, but it's time to go venture out. So that's the property behind me. That's the reception and the front desk. So you basically have to trek up there and go to that side where the Neelkanth Mahadev is. That's when you start exploring. So basically that's the first item on my mind today. So go explore Neelkanth Mahadev. You would mostly be walking along paths like this in the mountains, and this is serpentine hilly roads. So try not to bring a suitcase when you're here because it's easier to just be with a backpack. Or the staff is also very kind. If you do indeed come with a backpack or need help with your luggage, you can always ask them for help. Or if you're like me, you travel light but you still need help with the directions. So as you can see behind me, there's a split fork here. So from here, instead of going uphill, which brings you to the village, you go downhill, which brings you to the cottages. So it's a little bit tricky, and the owners were planning to have some board signs with directions to make it easier for the people to come and visit them. But for now, if you need help, the owners and the staff here are very friendly and always willing to help, so that's really cool. Right now I'm having a whole lot of fun because I'm going downhill, but this is a steep climb, so always going to the cottages is one hell of a ride. So those are the cottages right there, and we're almost there at the entrance. So Neelkanth Mahadev is a revered temple in the vicinity, Mahadev Temple, Lord Shiva temple. So Everybody comes here. That's why you were seeing the bunch of pilgrims on the in one of the previous vlogs on the roads, and people selling prasad and stuff to offer it in the temple. I'm just gonna go in and see the temple and just rest there for a little bit. So you have two ways to go up. This one brings you to the Shivling, but the doors are closed. They open at 4 p.m. So I have to go from here now. Had an epic darshan, got the trident, the Trishul Tilak as well. It's a little bit crowded, but still you can have the darshan inside. Now I'm going to head to the next destination, which are caves, for which I have to hop on to my Activa and go for a little bit of an off-roading. So see you on the next destination. And so begins the off-roading. So that way up, it's a very steep uphill. I don't know if the GoPro is going to capture the angle, but it's gonna go all the way up there. So let's see. Well, Google shows we have 18 minutes to go for 4 kilometers, but I somehow doubt that's an exact estimate. So it's 12:20 right now, so by 12:40 technically we should be there. Let's see how long it takes to get there. So it looks like I'm passing Kothar village, and this village has an outdoor play area overlooking the valley, and there's a lot of temples all along the hills. I just crossed 2 more. I see the 3rd one there. That's a pretty cool cool experience. Anyways, we are gonna go this way. So this little mountain doggo just told me that I made it to the Jhilmil Caves. So should I go? Would you watch over the parking? I guess that's a yes. So gonna leave the Activa here. There is the board sign here, and I was told there are some people behind in that mini cottage like thing behind me. I guess those are the priests, and they say you have to go down a little bit and then you're there. So the route is a little bit treacherous indeed, and there's a lot of loose gravel and sand, so you have to be a little bit careful. But when you arrive, you're gonna be greeted by this little guy. I don't know what breed is this, but it looks like a mountain dog, double coated for sure. So I'm bringing my mountain guide with me. Wants to follow along, sometimes takes the lead, sometimes follows me. I guess he knows the route better than I do, so better to have some company. You see, trying to show me, okay, we go right from here. Love having mountain dogs accompany you for a hike. It's my dream to one day rescue some dogs and bring them on my adventures, but one day. For now, just have fun with the strays. That was very peaceful darshan. These are natural caves, and within the caves the sadhus, basically the saints, they also stay there and they do all their prayer service and everything there. There's also one of the revered priests who enchanted 6,000 chants back in the day, and this is why this place is very, very revered. So that was the Jhilmil Caves. Down this way there's also Ganesha Caves. The board says that the Lord Ganesh basically appeared by themselves. And after that there's another place called Gupt Ganga, which the priests were telling me that it was meant to be the origin of the Ganges, and during the rainy season when the water flow is nice you can even take a dip in it, but right now it's just kind of few drips because it's very dry spell. And on the way back there's also Hanuman Caves, the other one. So there's 2 caves next to each other. I already saw that one, but I wasn't vlogging, of course, because the saints are chanting their praise and I don't want to disturb them. It's a very, very peaceful environment here, right in the middle of the jungle. Just sit by the caves and visit the temples, take the blessings, get the prasad, and just sit there peacefully. It's very, very refreshing. It's very nice of them that they put up board signs, but they are all in Hindi. So I'm not sure if the foreign tourists don't come here. Might be an offbeat location. Not sure. But from that point on, the boat said about 3 minutes to go. So we are very close. And then you don't necessarily have to leave your shoes at the caves, the Jhilmil Caves. You can put them on after you leave, remove them again, put them on again, up to you, whichever sounds more convenient, because this is the kind of terrain you'll be walking on. And I actually met one of the travelers' parents, and they were traveling all the way from Neelkanth Temple to here on foot, barefoot. And mind you, it's a 6-kilometer trek at least up and down the mountain. So hats off to people like that. So I had a very peaceful darshan in the caves. I don't think I've been to a cave temple before. Most of these are like natural cave temples here. So it was a very unique experience. Really enjoyed it. Very peaceful. Really nice views. So I'm gonna hang out here. This is like a small shop. So gonna rest up here a little bit and then head back to the alchemist house. Take a break because it's 1:30. It's getting really hot. Although on the top of the mountain it's still nice and cold, but when I start to go back on the ride or through the city and those serpentine roads, it's gonna get really hot. Let's see what we do in the next vlog. Until then, this is the Rustic Wanderer signing off. See you again in another episode of the India Darshan Travel series.